Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed. And or say, or the sumo ebo and some trophy for a war in Patamo, Nigeria, some trophy for being a cajon. More painting Nigeria chrono black, or Maka Nigeria, some fee aka ama minor etia minor no, and account be my trader for the whole African continent, you know, or the headquarters, Ebabisi or my Ghana. Na eno eyasema ba o se omudi yaw pa nyese Ghana eba na omudi yaw na emum omudi nsemtrofo a ewo omoman mu ho eyaw eno so yensema ba. Nigeria inflation hits 18.17 amidst high food prices. Na Ghana itiye enema bo akosoro Nigeria. Ghana itiye papa Ghana itiye papa nti anopai the Bokrata Abba, a crew from assembly dreams of a coconut factory under 1D1F. And also the Abba, the Bokrata anymore. The Chronicle, Bo Assem. You then also Essie, young called the Daily Statesman. The Daily Statesman, so Amania Oboni, Ghana's reserves hitting $8.8 billion will preserve city stability. Fetch Solutions, that is page 6. And Ghana's cocoa faces potential danger. EU threatens ban over land degradation from Galamsey. And COVID-19 confirms resilience of Ghana's healthcare system. That's page 2 of the Daily Statesman. And also this answer no Abba. Now, a European Youth report on election 2020 vindicates Jean Mensa, EC, and Fija Kwabre MP Collins Adumako Mensa. And which is a report now EU for the Abasa elections prior to 2020, December 7th, was free and fair, well organized. Obekase and Ghana has now understand, or we are in the process of getting well understanding prior to our democratic dispensation of our fourth republic. That is the Daily Statement, page 3, reporting this morning, whereby the Member of Parliament for Fija Kwabre North in the Shanti region, the Honorable Collins Adumako Mensah, is also noted trying to applaud the report and also say that the Electoral Commission did their best prior to election 2020. And also, you pay or the ABBA. Now, page 2, NHS EU, European Union for Ghana, Ikuku, Nwanja, Omuntobiu. I say about 80% of our European Union market. No much say Ghana Kuku, no Caneno, na ye papa. You see, Galamsey says as indeed, and yen so, you Kuku, no, eso, and so a Semano pay the Bokratano, Eddie Abba, ye kama, wati mu ensem, nti, mobo, amanese, Galamsey, the we a forum I call so consultative dialogue and what shall say nano ukradano and a year era Emmanuel Ajimai, Dr. Emmanuel Ajimai Jomo, or a deputy CEO at the Makuku board in charge of agronomy and quality control. And our boss Amanis baby and COVID-19 a Ghana is a kuku no kwakudruno. Now it's just a COVID-19 also, in fact. Eba no ama Ghana yapomudi enhyehyeye ene Ghana yapomudi wana muntu no ekoyi papa Christian Health Association of Ghana ena omoye nsɛmtwerɛfo nhim Dr. James Dua Deputy Executive Director ena ɔde sansɛm kyerɛ sɛ COVID-19 ama nsahohoro ɛkɔso ama malaria, cholera ene yade bi a first na touch ɔman na akɔfom ko da bi nipa ɛhoro yɛnsa. The COVID na ekunipa no asanso ama yade bi akofom yade bi nso akofom eno so ehonsem aba ye kan ma watibi na moto riders ewo secondary takrade Western Regional Police Command na nia bre omo so papa krata fa to so nan ono so ne nsema wode aba enso eno no na yenko page 6 of the same newspaper, the Daily Statement, ena wode aba. Ghana's reserves hitting $8.8 billion and will preserve city stability, where Ghana's gross international reserves is expected to rise by 11.1% this year to an average of $8.8 billion, about 4.5 months of the import cover Fitch Solution, research arm of rating agency Fitch, no, and our boss money Africa Monitor Report, and also as a papa, ate 9 accidents recorded in Volta region during Easter Bremu. I say accident in go see Volta region. I am kron. Minim bosomia ebesime because a conscience da. Can the nature say we are no eba say no. They say I draw for bia so denti still akwanhia kwa na eko esoro. Amemfa de bokrata the Ghanaian Times and Twaso and Farmon. Ghanaian Times, most authoritative newspaper. Was it final day of National Consultative Dialogue on Small-Scale Mining. Galamsey Kanka is national emergency. Let's resolve to end it, stakeholders. Samuel Abujinapo and Animfoni, our Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, and review 5% common fund for MMDAs to ensure proper sanitation management. And 600 rendered homeless after heavy rainstorm in Nanton. I know Diaba, retired teacher arrested for incest. And also the Abba. And I'll call the back page of the Ghanaian Times or the Abakotoko target revenge over Olympics and 50 tidal waves. Victim relocates to Jitagba. And also Anope, the workout and Insama or the Abba. And no, I mean, far front page in Common Chassis and Oshe Ghanaian Times and Nimua. The Odia Bani, Yura Samuel Abujinapo, or no Yeswafua, Oshe and Sase, any Odumakuma Bobre, Badi and Yoma Wabo. Say and the dear once I see Winano or Heso. Na Jumedi Koso, Nanu Kriada, National Consultative Dialogue. Na Sad Medina say, and stakeholders, no, and she said, Yamini, Galamsey, no dear, Omamuni in Assam, and Tina and Kamum, na intimate and so on. Tikratafetos do Insia, and I am sending in our cruchery, and the aggressive Suyan Tambia talk, in Suyan Tambia talk. Our Nanton, and no page 15, and I can send me a war. Na a sinipa baye, a hensia de, when you Bobby, Nanton district, a war, no northern region. Nipa baye 600, when you baby a or Quacoda and also a in summer and pay the Bocata, a Ghanaian Times, a de Abba, my ear kama, what me, tea, Catafetos dunum, and all this answer, no Abba. Na is a retired teacher be akwakodi nyamransam na eno abahase a retired teacher said Kojo Desi 69-year-old that's a cafe penonia 70 years who allegedly sexually abused his teenage daughter over the past 2 years is helping officers of the Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit in Hope investigation into the matter. The father of 8, who was arrested in Ho on Tuesday, has admitted maintaining an amorous relationship with the girl to prevent her from sleeping with other men. Wow. Hey, as I'm not sure. 69-year-old, on one baba. Or say on President Nebano, Sabi, Obekome Emma, on any trimpana. 69 years. Papa. Kidnapping of 2 Canadian girls. Audio recording played in court. I was in Canada for my webia, a chiomono. A recordings be as I'm ranting, a kidnap you, mono, a ball court. And so, Rebecca 2019 as Asimo AC now Omo demanded a ransom amount of $800,000. And San Omajaomo. A Akwakobɔ Eneno ɛwɔ court a Minioka say the Criminal Division 5 of the Accra High Court, presided over by Justice Lydia Osei-Mafo and Odessa and Semino Abba. Tianope the Bokrata, the Ghanaian Times, Katafeto Sumiensa, Onosunamania Obo, and so Enono. Na Oko Krat, Krobia Santi Kotoko, omone Olympics bebone na eno mbeka ya Olympics for achikotokwashe mu ye league ya ye boy mu na ohwemu pa dia kotokonso ai wadwen se on be call for revenge eno so ye nsema do bokrata no de aba e bosoma watibi nti pekrata no bi ne hwe back page o be se ne hwan be hye hwan na hwan ene be hye ne nyonko eno so ye nsem tidal waves affect communities puno yiri ebu adachi aba nti me no ka say Ketu South ho eno wanfo ene tutu aka wonsem eno so back page ewo eye Ghanaian Times mu nti pekrata no bi kan daily guide ena me de eto aso na daily guide and so amani awde ba Ghana's favorite newspaper Galamsey threatens water resources and the Kumasi kidnappers plan for guns. Nana picks 18 deputy ministers. Western North ARCOP taking ship. And AWA makes test flight to who? African World Airline for, I don't know. And also in Samaba. Na ose Galamsey kono ose yina ye kon. And afi yina ye kambu se okono neni ba akokon. Na yina ye moa ma okono enko nanim. And also a nsema no pay the Obakrata daily guide ebo ho amane mayaka ma watibie nti ehon sam ewa ha na African World Airline for ena mo ede omu wie mission no o ma try free ha akakopim who airport na se airport no omo so benya omo de na business no etimi akokokoso ehon sam anopay ewa ha mampani deputy ministers but it is not yet confirmed. That's what daily guide say what it be yes we have to be be bodin be so na what be ora Christian don ko be kansanti ebe ne nkomo ho papa amemfa daily graphic ewie Jan Appenton once broadcasting bill passed and adwumadi bi bekoso our Lisa Hotel na ya hwe se TV so nipa bi meye nyankoma de ne ni man nsem fata ho motorway lights substandard and one year can watch more baby a question champion motorway and I see about Professor Alex Dodo, Director General the Ghana Standard Authority or say a motorway quine naso quantum bonus no lights on a substandard and have AWA Africa World Airline for organizes test flight to who Makan was in page 13 wamanie apply anti-Galamsey laws rigidly, consultative dialogue, and also the Abba ma Kamawatimi. Na a renowned journalist, Nana Kwesi Jan Appenton, and I also say Menoka Sono Sanso ye the immediate past chairman, National Media Commission, or Chese Yenshemra na valuable content. I say called television, Suma Ubia Hibino, and Koya content Bia Keke. The content papa beboa ama Ghana etimi enya fasopa eno so onsem anopay daily graphic e de aba Galamsey onsem so ewa na o share the back page of the daily graphic graphic na chi trader 29 jailed for robbing IMF staff I'm for good rule. And Accra High Court has sentenced the 29-year-old trader to 20 years imprisonment for robbing and causing harm to a resident staff with the regional office of the International Monetary Fund, IMF, in Accra. Mohammed Buzu was found guilty on 2 counts of causing harm to and robbing Dr. Ural William after a full trial at the court presided over by Ms. Rosemond Maatosu. How after the corona copy? A man of 20 years, or 29, until Urbanus 49, no 50, Cobra. Work on Accra Tema Beach Road on course. A 10.6-kilometer stretch, no? Omo super Ghana quite in year, Beboa. A year dual carriage road, Kumasi say. Yamen Kwana champion, and Yasam Ketua. And Senya Medina for feed, there be all boss on tea. There's never much trading, but in your quine of my na bibia enko enkan na bibia nya fine bibia nya kama ama oman no enko nanim. Back to the studios na yɛhwɛ sɛ ebidi enkomo the worker na assemble akwa ode buy ECG pani oda no yewura kwame budu adwuma yɛsɛ papa ne yɛ no enya asɛm ketwa watime save Ghana sika 20 million Ghana cedis na eno na workers ne bi yɛsɛ na adwuma oyɛ loopholes na o tuatua no owura kwame budu adwuma omumpɛ workers ne bi omumpɛ na no airport MD sa managing director yewura kwakwa a o ɛyɛ airport eno so workers ne so yɛmpam no sa na papa ne yɛ adwuma o yɛ adwuma anɔpɛ opani achiaw ɛna workers ne bi nya ɔmo kro no mmɔ saa na ɛkɔ so ECG hɔ yewura kwame adwuma budu yɛsɛ otime save ɔman no na anu yɛ mampani de bayo 20 million plus Ghana cedis kasika bi ebewunu afa baabi kwa sika bi ebewunu afa baabi kwa opani no etime save nti yɛmpam no workers ne bi so dabi yɛpam no nyeye kwame adwuma budu ɔyɛ adwuma nipa yɛ ade a ɔsayi Ghana o ye ni ye na utuatua no muntimi wiase kana saa so yensi ni form crucify him papa no so ye adwuma anopai ayasem ibidi hu nkomo beka kakra na yahwe se ni nyomate beka kakra pa na mamen kai wo se Meridian Port Services mebe sha se me bo nkomo kakra se contract no eye kanema mpani John Dramani Mahama ene ko sign se MPS4 Omeye port expansion. Yentre port no mu na businesses intimi nkoso na revenue generation no enkoso na oman nya sika. Ye ko sign contract no wie ya nipa na o se odi ni sika 1.2 billion dollars. Broni no obe invest wo ha no. E sign contract no 70% na Ghana dey 30. Owie no ena o sa akoka kire empenifo so ni sika ode ba no de bi ka ho enti mo nsa ma no 15% nka ho no nya 85% na Ghana o ma mu ni nyina the whole country o yenya 15% enti se 100 million en obenya o port o a o de mu 15% pe ono fa 85 na nipa kro ya ka na se me yasa man tax holiday se money ntua to money ntua tax contract you sign no is over 30 years and so near the man 800 sika almost 800 and something million dollars I also tuama o man no as a tour no ni nyina yira che no nipa ba ko yo sa contract we contract bone yebusa se ye ko bibia enyi kanema mpani John Mahama and sign na nipa bebre raise concern no ho ene owura Christian don koso abetena si e de beka enkonwa sie ho e de beka enkomo ho na nwanwaso chichimu mu da ho kan ene e de bro asa ba ko be se di ho nkomo ni me no e kasa yi Ghana say 12.4 billion coronavirus money procurement unaccounted for Community Development Alliance eno mo kasemi e ba ne say now, stop misleading the public. Number one wants Bridget Otu. Also call for number one prosecution top trend as Equiapim Polo gets convicted. You much say number one. I did Ghana Fosika missing it on a more free. Equiapim Polo and Okoyi in Kakakra and Po and Kokasa, we in Fonia Tiamra. And say I reminded on. Yeah, fair to ourselves. And you probably didn't call Fosika. Me no kasa me ma me no bi papa no bi chese me hu na mo ntu me wurawura mu bia se opani bia wagige o pension fo sika o e de be mo besi ne yemfa ma o se me hu na mo ntu o ka we sese adwuma wura no odidi da ona mo free o mo di bank sika na mo free yem prosecute e yen komo a edaba maso e be hwe e be si nkonwa na ya hwe dia ekoso Ura Christian Donko, a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountant Ghana, ICA, also a auditor, chartered accountant, a brilliant team in Chatai, Wachata, Nti anope obeboaye sikasem sei on obeboaye ma yetimi dis an common. Nti obeka say dey make out say ono sma san wa hye. Na me share media. Is a fine. Nti a shawo dey wa hwe me. Ne bon ho ban ma me. Because COVID-19 is still real. Nipa ewo no edoso papa nti yenhye no so. Opani ma wache.
Owa hene anope me jepini ejo so pa echiawo. Na wa hwefo so a amohwe anope yi. Eno so ye chiom kase a.
Hwefo ndi anche o mo hwane be chiawo. Na jise bi.
Those pass here ya me sha. Intumi ho me papa mu fe che. Eya isi ye Ghana ho adwuma. Jesi ye cheche ni ma.
Nokre.
Ai, we be a shabat.
Ebusafo no say.
Onyame adom. Okay. As usual, or down for so much, especially Morning Star area.
Okay.
Your Morning Star one gem, you are a friend showman.
And no show.
Showman, Shano Paya, Chiao, and super Naya, no so. Nina Morning Star, and I'm retreat.
Okay.
Doreen, a mammy, I'm Nazo, I'm Shano Pay. And now, Oko, if you just swap. Kezia ochre papa ni no maame so echiawa no pe
so papa
na anoma boso ya me kru me jan number 1 na awere se yen fan check se ma any honorable king Japan and I come from don't beat up dragon. Yes.
I don't want to pay chow.
I don't want to pay chow.
Me who not chop papa.
Come on. No paper.
Right. Okay. May acknowledge my proud sponsors this morning. Live on Ghana's biggest channel. This is Net2 Television. Friday's edition, the month of April, the 16th day. And I at Nasiano Pay. Now we are here to dialogue on issue pertaining to development of this country. As I speak to you, Nigeria for inflation I hit 18%. Ghana the no year. It's the Ghana inflation no a year. Yeah, and can say but yeah, papa and also on some and pay double cratano at the Abba. Franco Trading Enterprise, most accepted electronic device company, Yaju Matum or Ghana. Franco 4 and I'm recommending an pay at the amount. Franco Trading Enterprise is trying to tell Ghanaians, they always engage Ghanaians, try to sensitize Ghanaians based on so-called representatives on social media who always use their name to defraud innocent Ghanaians, that Ghanaians should be extra smart, extra vigilant. Ghanaians should always keep their eyes open because those people are not workers of Franco Trading Enterprise. They are fraudsters. We are miscreant people. They are all there trying to tell people, say, we are Franco for Franco, so many more. If you want to transact business with them, download the Franco Trading app on Google Play Store. And no, bet me, and no dinkita ye. Easter promotion now more year no, so Now product promotion canon iPhones, Samsung, Nokia, smart TVs ranging from 32 to 55 inches. And Franco for a young promotion. Kama. Promotion no eguso ekoso. And until for 0246 338 and 0555 939 Fred Franco for Umbejo. So www.francotrading.com a website also bet me a transacting business. Franco Trading Enterprise. So phones papa ifi I don't know. Maybe in common, you started in common. The other sponsors, my acknowledge you also at the Akahuma Bibia Konkai. Opening
champion
and common Dawson. Minimum baby obesha, my board topics, minimum baby obesha, but briefly on some of the workers I am most sorry, more MDs so. Because oh here ECG Papa na, you say a Juma all you know, but you may save you a minor 20 million Ghana cedis. But Ghana, 4 years more, electricity company of Ghana, not all of them, some of them, so Yampamno. Ebi Musa Debbie, Yampamno. As economist, as an auditor, or auditing institution, and then I was say, I am a cost to be more blame or more MDs.
You are working with us on paper. I think, say, problem be a baby on the basis.
Okay.
Now, ye see the workers be. Say quite recent last week in the I want to say boss. And I maybe says when and I'm who say boss no incompetent yen. And is it because now no yenya intermittent a power of Kanga Grantina for a bit more fun and the funny and dingy the MD non-co. And so when time when I light Nisi Suna from last year, they have 4 years near I enjoy no, and not the one who's all incompetent. You see, no, but I must another group so I workers a ECG and I'm saying, hey, workers no more. Now a binomonia almost year or holding tino, and I'm di Campus amo a casatia. Because Papa need to controls biaba. A year, Bonnie, I would do horror. I want to mean until I hear Sadia, my own far plans. Near you so this as an opportunity because you must say light in the cup of Kakra. Now, on into Siciano explanation also be over employee. Until you see this opportunity. Now, I am find destroy my near you. Look. Any agitation, you won't go for a interest. And your workers never inside the world. Perhaps Obi Owa, MD Jumanaka say crown or Penny, you know about better. And yes, I know motivated workers be. Now, I'm more used to an opportunity. No more back, no more back can be there. And what they do is that they intentionally come to the media, public. Because most society groups, media, near the Amobetium near Bejawa, near Casape, yes, sorry, and I move Disica, and I buy Uti or the Canisa one, I buy near targeting. If you are near targeting MD, now you've been eating to the perception. Say a book. So what does it? And to be exactly normal person way. Look. I'm told the man is putting up serious control mechanism there. A crown a been mobile. Keep people who on my chrono, who quit to be more. You will call people be a chrono on technocrats now good down. No discipline, but you better target MD. Say or no, and we are money sick until buy and pointing. But maybe say. Who can I warn? They pay your salary. Government a man to be answering, on your salary. So you don't have the right to say, me cost right. And I'm yes, if you have any grievances, write it. MD no acquire procurement being breaching the law. Then you have the evidence. Write to appropriate quarters. Or appointing authority, Montronco, and now better still, move to media for any of the anti-corruption investigative agencies. No, they are command. You can move of course, you just go out there. Then you'll be talking, say, oh, you're incompetent. What? Define incompetent for us. Look, you would tricks now. Workers in the same thing. Now, in airport, and I guess I might talk. So I've said it time and again. Say, now, buy revenue as I see a put to control mechanism.
Yeah.
A bet mama, sa loophole now. Yes, she can even go for bottom free, no, about block.
Yeah.
Now, Miss Saiti said, if you take GBG contract NCA, a block. I'm a sister, any guno to me call Bank of Ghana cleanup, and you say severe millions of cities. I'm now good banks, you know, and buy a corporate tax money. She said that one about the year to my miss kind banks, you know, in Combaco, Miss Magic money, education money, no more liquidity support free of charge. Near your mama could happy you. Now, quite recently, who realized they said digitization. I say about putting in this tanker supply petroleum.
Monitoring system.
No, sir. And yakasa, all the department agencies, companies, government corporations, obiya control mechanism. When you start doing that, the workers, those who are thieves in a woman, they will start agitating. Yampe, because you block loophole. And Yanka said the only language they know is the MD is incompetent. Into your pencil, so near can't actually patron because young Ghanaians near ye interested me, Obiaka Church or corrupt. Near Dignity because young investigating and that's near a very bad as you are to more workers of ECG. Problems are ECG at your lighter, you facing few workers in a good ground. Fear near quiet connection near dinner. We catch your illegal connections. A big money house owners in a year. Ukwa, you are near Kochibi. I am one creative problem at all. And your best rabbi say, look, before we take action, so obey you be a Dibiano. You should investigate. Let them bring the evidence. If they have the evidence that somebody is incompetent, let them bring it. Never told tables nothing. And yes, sir, you end up removing a good person. Then you bring rather an incompetent person there. And they will have the opportunity to open the gap again. And then still Ghana's money. At the end of the day, you try. My time of 5 years. As a year. Not until doom so. Look, enough control measures I won't put you into the energy sector. Sikan you go to bottom at a certain point in time, yes, you can hold your the system. What is it? Ya cop, na obi asona, near connecting a boy near the main city or be used to light free. A pali can now, because as workers in that house, because I empty no job on courthouse and on illegal connections. Most of that because mobile actor, you best support them because yes, we are incompetent. Now what targeting? Into your best rabbi.
Okay.
Before obey mom for rare evidence. No, yes, sir. Those workers down the almost for the other and a young UOB, union, near acquire press conference, near that. What? Mean structured investigative agencies. If you have something against MDNA, the first point of call is to write to them. Even Jubilee House, right there. Try enough evidence in attaching. You run to media because you want to shock the perception. Because if you say Ghana, no, you can't be near Duchi. Near Tipenny no more rather as a more attitude. Once at net airport walk, you catch her say MD on it, and I don't work as in the other Mungo striking you. This is a Mungo striking. I better why you she said, be a coso. Most workers, few people be a more interesting. Near Gatamu, now you support this. Now at the end of the day, it's not helping the system. In the best way, I'm buying share more here in a question to remove anybody.
All right.
Or investigating. If they have any evidence, they should bring it. But let us tell them. They should expect more control mechanism. A ECG, near the amount of power, they should put in enough control. MD, look at loopholes. What I say? I'm raising say what transferring conformity baby from one place to another illegally. Does that make somebody incompetence?
All right. A very interesting discussion this morning. You can also join us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube at Neto TV, GH. Afeni Ashe and Komono Ase. And also kind when you are Christian Donko and in Dinkomo or a chartered accountant and in a problem so we ever pass it through and that's why I say you have no reason, you have no excuse to watch Neto television every morning. And what me attention papa no Senebeya. But in some sonity and come on there. My bobo topics in the British. I'm fine. I shall say MPS. Okay.
Then we come to the main group.
Okay.
I must say IMF and downgrade Ghana started from the middle income country. Yes. Yeah. But already to social media no because I'm mati be pro ma wudiem kakra. Na it's antron one. What do you mean? Now Namwanya, what did you go for? What make a statement to be? Say, stop misleading the public. Nam Bridget Otu. So Bridget Otu, yes. So those times them say,
oh, it's on true, that's it.
Or that's TV 3 Lady Bino. Yeah. And now, yeah, equipping polo. Gay.
Rosemont.
Minimum Kakra Brown. I Rose, I don't pay me chow when him pa on fight or tie framina. He didn't come. And he sending nude pictures be by. Now, so man was so emerald.
No, huh?
And he a more tamona, you didn't copy a assemblea. Now, when I miss initially, no, or pretty on your guilty. Now, I didn't that social media, but also pretty not guilty. And the chain was a sanity. Almost said that we I didn't know no credit into charges on my dear too. And I say, am I a my convicting? And Tiamo, wait, he said, MCSC and now so. And I on Waka said, or ya take a crime, said, or faithful, Chessy and Koye investigation. Now, in Timra, yes, you're convicting on social media for when you're winning. I'm going to start here. In Tiano, Raya, friend, be Judicial, so good as a crapping polo, Sabio Dan or yeah, or you know, Kakano, and the agent Nam once way. And I saw that Nam way in your tea, Tanzakui. Why at home, Jack, Saka home. What the whole, near social media with no monitor. Into a yarn on also stop misleading the public. No one is leading. And if I'm besides into one was is our one. Now, look, Amwa, since you are starting leading now, free this, and it's a code, the NS so no leading, please. Most stop those in Yemen. That kind of cheap thing because I'm a popular musician, I'm this, so I'm doing this thing. Stop it. Near the Adeno. Wow, okay, what kind of track? Okay. On my name, and I'm running so you want a different aspect. Or why? Ye Jones is a oko tattoo because of Bekunwa, and Mother to make the wedding work of prisons. You want so many aspects. What I say? You were chrono dear, you were way dear, you were way dear. And she said, running in one, and Mano, as so near back to me, I had to say, Sabio, Nipadia, or Trassa or Nim say, Nichachia. May say a bed jelly, this lady say, I'm not in that favor. You have a pretty air and chopper, and associate the my church, and they say, Sabio Nipan, Wajatum Crano, show some remorse, and they say, Wajatum. And he, yes, say on one cassa. On take funny not into an asenia said there will be a any a chopper now such should be a honor on man form in such a way say even though a best serve as a punishment but yes a back so nama in life now so much affected near for use this icicle na young fambo and me say chow nearby. Ni na ye chopa but who to me call social media can say me musician and you know free this movement who yes you are rather compounding problem the ladies problem because that as it means than that yeah what country nipa bi kura pono near oya eya no e bia wan hwe kura no bi su koya west let's say someone from ran yejuma enti sa dia no munyai ena lady no so some no can say ena because of na mo an ye know or no kind because or share the magnitude of low case no share namwada na namwan case here then so and then you see judge or call we say recess or break no only and OTT look meaning properties on where it developers and estate, meaning so many of them. So I asked myself, said, "Enti so nipa betuma bo nipa krono wo manwe. Enkokra wu a ewu. Ene mrewa wu ewu sisi perform investment, sisi ehye buto. No dey create properties. And when you support, sisi akwa na say no kwa yibi, ya se gas e di nechi. And I still a man for come. Ebi yagwa elderly people and yankopon adom nti emu de omo won da so tiase. Still am hwe se kapa pay be tuomka. On me. And not what yet here. Yes, in the case, you know, a judge called this. Then I will ask ourselves, and this will be a bob from what is say, cash say. No, no more. No, Momo say, Bia, of radio from all right, putting Rano a Benue yet. And to people who are comparing the two cases. The two cases, I just said, how to run the process is Odi Kako. And now, come over Ponka, what to ha. I shall tell you, at 20 at the shank of Fosso before in a month or two when they see Namois. But you see, look, Namois case with say Angelina, part of actually content. Mark me today. Say Angelina, one, normally January. Because me maybe some questions, judges, you know, any court, maybe some series of questions. Say, one in the first place. So as registered business on ground, into your new regulators, and when it comes to financial system, regulated. Yembi sasa na mwana aja tunsu wangoji certificate. Anya abuse of law. Onwasi wangoji certificate. And go under any regulator. Bank of Ghana SEC wankobia. Odie. Say second point is appropriate. And I wouldn't go. What the Bank of Ghana naji. Nearby say misarrangement. Kesa ko SEC. No, I Bank of Ghana. In other case, the two of them will regulators. But one Jimubia, which we have accepted is two. What did you go for Sika? You have not denied say one Jim go for Sika. As we speak now, Nipe wakumo. Your actions and yet what time second you punipa, you train pan or down from one you were your action and inactions more be what you are medra because I come at your way and you're over yet nipper to me trash you. Shedding could crash your monka because what Jin pension or Jabra 1 and 1. Sham the walk a woman. Shed a mantia, sub you'll be winning that swoop and do that or a so phone be an wakotono de aye ebi no kra na mutu tonfos wo do musika ko sho sabio investment dey investment se ba baby a obenya kakra na u aveti no what crash wo na embro ayi emranche life about stop what now wo bibi aso no wa be 20 na o reply e shey bufu look say Genesis sanema mabobosu one why be so law. And a two, what didn't go for Sika, a rest on Tia. One most of our pop said Dubai, whatever, Apple we need court case. And I'll see your money judgment, Sikabi. Look, or few buy up a pepe, and no dimnica, every place advert say. Momon Quanamonco feel it, based on that in Chomusika Mambo. Now, me quite Jessica, and not that I'm not begging, I'm a catches I beg. Or your fraudulent.
So, Mamma, Ora Christian don't go na Edin Commodi. Eventually, I'm from Kratoba. Your tongue crabbers is here. Fena, Kodina Kasasha Senti. Stay tuned to the 2 television, the dialogue show. We will be right back after this short break.
na batan awofo ne ahwefo ye na ye nim se ye nkoda ne ko school ane na waboa wo ho de se wo moa wo ho a e ma ne hawo kra media sem denam se wo beto wo ba ne pencil books ana eniema keka ho nyina no enko ba bia ko JK Company Limited for nchen we na ye sole distributors e ma natural products e wo Ghana ha nyina wo mo natural pens pencils crayons pencil cases mat sets afei wo JK exercise books wo say wo JK 5-star A4 and afei A3 papers a wo beti bi de odwuma bia ya wo hia paper e de hwehwe JK Company Limited de twa kwan e wo number 60 Otu Blohum Street one Christ Embassy sorry no and e bon hwe ni mu wo North Industrial Area frɛ wo mo ana wo no wo mo nkasa wo WhatsApp wo 0540 125 999.
Michael, we're supporting a new system. Yeah, man, Michael.
Pacho, what Tony near?
Ah, let's not go be able to go in the
Me ko supporting my business for your new system. Hey, what's a Michael t-shirt? Mato t-shirt. Me come back before kai no. Your t-shirt will go mommy.
Boss, champion, boss, Mr. Willie one.
Okay.
Michael, supporting a new system.
And your well-being.
Vico 20 is not suitable for children under 12 years of age, pregnant women, and lactating mothers. A quality product from Joy Herbal Center. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Fellow Ghanaians, the Ministry of Health, Ghana Health Service and partners are introducing a vaccine against the deadly coronavirus. From March 2021, Ghana begins a free national vaccine rollout for all persons 18 years and above, starting with healthcare workers, government officials, security services, the aged, and persons with underlying conditions. The COVID-19 vaccine is safe, effective, and has been tested and approved by the FDA. Please remember, the vaccine is an additional preventive measure, so all existing protocols must continue. Let us continue to wear our face mask, frequently wash hands with soap under running water for at least 20 seconds, or sanitize often and practice social distancing. Stop the spread. Get vaccinated against coronavirus for additional protection and prevention. This message is from Ministry of Health, Ghana Health Service and partners. This advertisement is FDA approved.
Oforisi obosomne da etoso do ensia yeni yira Christian Donko or chartered accountant yeni no edi enkomo sikasem nkomo so na feel ni won so do adwenche ba ebe kenkan no one go asem so ti wie no na enko
enti because of that ni amano judgment no amani sika bia odi ba ba betwetweka enti obaye and of year announcement is obia odi ne kabia nkonko fili form bi ti say na receiver na ya se mo nkonko fili form na mi duam ka wha that na you na me ka just look oh yes very smart office said on my way no onu nko no nim dance oh smart woni me na o what woni me say nipa bebrewu only one more paper no be fili apply and after that grand is say ukoji David so ko so David na nipa no it show bibia ne other things e show say nipa na wu what you say enti obo ho say so especially only class be educated betuma pass through some procedure they don't go across oni enti okoye no o cut a lot of people off kakra so awunya ye no also obetwa and o share that man kofo ekojira other side nipa bi emma the number no share that send mobile money for them to confirm say jisia misika akwabi or just misaka na mo atwa misika na mami radio and your interview that holds the guys oh one gasa uja we are sure so we customer men's gold sika say ya your mobile money and we see on you serious and confirm big money a big 1,500,000 a people send on mobile money. Are you serious?
1 million Ghana cedis.
1 million Ghana cedis. What's standing sending mobile money? Jesus Christ. And you were and in no radio so sad, and I'm watching a transaction. Well, and a month from which she said, Wakofanko for no said that SNS and home, Sassigano, Epe and a stop payment to know because they are trouble. I think or you are Sican my Sicano. Because what of Sikaba, wire validation, who think of comfort on evidence and that a farm where would you the way you flew. Cannot just a four. Mom, be big a granomuni. No, grandma, money, almost any of Bibiaka. What did when Tamafo, who the trick and no stop here. And of course, as we did back, could be a pay boy, and a local for near you for no so I'm stopping time saying, man, one is a quarrel. I don't know. And it's been going on. None here, Yanis have been on the enemy. I said, some customers no crisis, almost what here. What I say, I'm or two and all you obey. But of course, I buy the pioneer, you obey to me. Near Adam, both workers in a customers in this one say, and maybe no more. I swan a CID office. Uncle Gwenmo, now more so this car release no more for us, no could try and up about a job. Wouldn't Ninko for now one shed that. Echo Franco for some good John Omancase, now more this car. Now, ever since Amuko police headquarters in Ningo, acquire Nina wine, Sican won't sack out here. As to a catch and say,
what your audience is so because more do agitating say, I buy Nippon the Sikaba because I was watching.
And watching. So, all you say, a man opportunity not shed that man and confirm price all this Sikaba. Now, this Sikaba, this I said, never to Amaka. And one. Baby, Abana said, I'm one for a music at the dog. Eddie Payne, Casa, who crown and one. That will bet to chicken some of the chair. Look, a more Pia and Jane Adrian said, I buy or protecting them one. And now I say, now one, she said, no, young man said, Jama, buying new protector. President, and I don't be no protector. I am ra and I soon one. And more dispensing justice. I'm over for counsel. No one touched a in a real now, quite a man sentence. So when Tria, even before my man, I'm one sentence. As a song make it sure say, we're trunk of foca. But in any case, it's a court case, crack was one. Why is some more other than one non go track customer? Champion. Court case, it was. Tell your call to get another own other Namwada. Go and pay the customers. Why even the case still going on? Because apart from the criminality, you owe the respect to pay the customers. And here question, and she said was stop and court. And I didn't delay. And when you said delay, so deny justice. And yes, judge Otiso, you pass away competent. Not one call uncle this certificate be uncle under regulator a fact what do you learn two what didn't confosika is a fact say customers is one car and when now a idea why or default now say obi advocate a abosia 1,500 that's a jail. None one I didn't confuse 2 million, 3 million. Even the fact that he said the actions and inactions are money pay you. Definitely, and in I say account. Ninipe will near this 23 in a pampas.
Okay.
Now, on travel. Now, what you are Miss Samakasi send them one. Then Jelunu. Me was serious question.
Okay.
And to us.
Okay.
The court judges your baby, sir. Who the entry of contempt is our Nippon Bull. You're going to be a contributor.
Okay. Young call the next topic. For now, no, you know, see, Ghana, if you must say, I downgrade here to a low income status near that. And also go free in a buy. Now, you was because Minister Finance Ministry responded said take back can say it is not true. What I'm hearing is that it was one of the media houses been a pick from social media and a tutum futusa. But the economy standards is here now. Economic indicators prior to COVID-19. Anything on minor econ. Are we into that? Have we got into that low income or not?
No. You see, IMF, Bank of Ghana, and World Bank. I'm gonna say the whole world, you know, when it comes to the economic stance, I'm gonna analyze the country beer. Now, country beer, so based on your fiscal stand near the now your amount setting grade. Now, Ghana, as we are speaking now, your middle income status with lower outlook.
Okay.
Low. So low middle income status. With the low now the middle income. No. Because middle you bet your low, your average and then your high.
Okay.
Into your low, never near bank account. Nani na your fiscal space. Sika what did you want now they compare to your GDP ni other things I know na yana am eating to the degrading. Now your one World Bank no we are no more difference means be a classification in a snapshot.
Okay.
What I say, analysis, but at a certain point in time, we say, what you know, what to me, I say, my main certain summary be, na me fa, the whole world, you know, yeah, that kind of a year.
That should be a sick assembly,
certain kind of analysis you obey. You were, if I say, grading, you will move different caps type, or share the status of a country. You bet me I will lower, middle income, you bet me I will low, medium, high, you bet me I will developed country, high income status. I'm saying bet me I will grade you. But at a certain point, you bet me I said, look, let me categorize into high and low. You know, instead of all this graduation, to see a snapshot. Into other countries here, Africa, middle income. Why so let me do that snapshot. Into no, I say, look, if you are middle income still I classify as low. You haven't got into that high. Into a year, you're not middle income for now. I'm more low, baby. You're not classified as low, maybe so as high. And you're more internal analysis. But outside, you know, the status they give, that system is there. Which, if you go right now, we are the middle income with low outlook. In this analysis, normally I will be Ghana has been downgraded to low income.
Oh, okay.
But in this, just on internal classification analysis, we went to our middle income, but our share your fiscal space this time years corner, and I only say COVID-19. So because I would after COVID, you know, all those at the middle, they are ready to do certain classifications near how you downgrade. And I know now we are here, and open for I said, you are downgrading Ghana status. But you see, this thing that you have said now, media swafa,
okay,
media swafa. Any society group be a farm they think they are doing a kufado the disservice. And I say, Omani Ebunumayan can be being good, but only the implication of that information they call out.
Okay, so Mame, now, Memra, Ura Christian Donko, and any Dinko Momentum, Adiakakra, Joy Herbal Center for Ebo Kaya say, COVID Bremo, Ope Edrua. Edinu brand hamankwa na aye boa ama immune systems no strong Vical 20 no drobia Food and Drugs Authority ahwehwemu enye so mo hwemu keke omudu mo asukọ ehun se dro no se ne joy for can say immune system asoja for na oni pedinu nya hoden soronko mo ye different. Oh, ni pedionum ti yade bi asuru so be ni pedionum. Yade ne bakra immune systems no ebe kontia yade no. Food and Drugs Authority hwehwe mu say ampa. Mutimi di kodwam. Mutimi di call drug stores. Mutimi di call bia bia mpese maton bia. Esan say yade mfidi ahwehwe mu say ampa. Immune system booster. Na immune system booster keke. The ultimate immune system booster. You know, any opportunity Vical 20. So we nipa a wo hweme na pay nipa da seni a hweme. Ana pay ya immune systems ni weaker. Some of the signs and symptoms are and say uti eta papa opa kata sa ta chichichi opa and afi una antika krabia no abre immune systems no I weak edura no ma ebema immune systems na strong masa ya de we nyina nkete akọ ye de hahama ni nubra na ye Joy Herbal Center product atundi Vical 20 Vical 20 or say good health brings joy open chichi mu bi for 0244 585 531 and 0244 876 321 offer numbers na me did say e be chew drugstore bi e wo mu be e ben ona consult me akwa jodenti share no so sa fama me macho ene yensa numbers are go
enti nyamecha say for example mu amu adwuma mu obi a woni age any grade A B or so manager bet me decide say okay workers let me categorize into just 2
okay
into obi amu age buy from there to 40 you're from low and as I'm ranting
okay
and from
this age to this age
from ABA from 18 to 40 we am ranting
okay
from my friend say from 41 to 60 maybe a old man what I say but 40 no bu honum a way I desegregate abia you are classifying into that too but when you independent analysis obi was 40 years want to mean just can't say or yeah an infant no word what I say but because of the purposes of doing certain analysis we are grading more into 2 looking at certain age
to make it simple for the
antenna analysis.
All right,
it doesn't necessarily mean say abia what criteria you are a young guy because if you are from 18 to 40 away you're classified as a young guy and away so from 40 it means that was 40 away a young guy. So what when you meet him? So you know how a certain internal way of doing certain classification. Inti anona mi sa World Bank na for year ya. Amount for Joe Manusi Boni say you are downgrading Ghana from middle income to lower income. But you see, society groups, media, sometimes our questions say, information how authentic and how do you verify the information before you put that thing out? Because you see, information you put out, it has a very serious implication for the nation. And to whoop the BB, especially Amagana. Now we can't find one. You're careful. Take me, I'm a say information, it eat into certain perception. And then I say corruption perception index. And you necessarily say corruption, but you see, the way I will see a car, need a track here, and not to me eat into that perception. As nothing of that nature going on. Look, when your formation, free World Bank site, not a BBS, go to the appropriate headquarters, Ministry of Finance. Go, is a Ministry of Finance. To see information, how authentic it is. Because if you are cramped, or a journalist, but a finance, only motion. But we are quoting information, say, yes, Ghana, you hear from medal to low, and to management intro. And to go on your financial person to a new shade, most of them, your few people have probably said, or a journalist or financial background, and they will not make that mistake, especially those without that knowledge. No control. But a train and a ministry, it is information becomes what is happening. And I can afford I know you say, Ghana is not degraded as low income. And nobody came to Ministry of Finance to look for that information. Mechanical way of doing now, one is not authentic. But when you come to official information, we are middle income status group. Into problem. Okay. And a wababe you or mano. Number one job, look. Somewhere I'm going to ya now move is a president. Na no move good anymore. Because you see, Yakase, NDC is likely to win. Sana binum perception ayo. And the other society groups be they want to say something about man for bullet. No opponent bullet now they fire. Be at the sitting president any party. And he will start putting certain serious things outside, including this. But you see, who knows how we are president? Now we done Ghana now this one now we done because you see, these things. One effect is that it has the capacity of scaring away investors. So status was say, me abaka just say downgrade you up to low. Say zero coupon bond here. You call issue here my oversubscription. In comfort try as can yen. Some information where by Fessa. Quebec to me about say you call issue $3 billion for Kenya. Come for my because in comfort now. Country, middle income, you don't cost it to some the bond. You think you are destroying president, but you are destroying your own country at this time. Why are you doing that? In addition to that, you see, when you do that, your interest on borrowing, take the apostle, CCI income, kind of last week of the you so 49.something% in your interest. And once you have been downgraded, it moves you into a bigger spread. Some bigger spread, terms are the bigger spread. And when you're taking investors, I'm using normally determine interest rate as a for them giving you that country that money. The bond, no. And any time a country is downgraded, and as you move from this, and because of that perception, I will bet to me a circle in the mind of investors. You dare have to be very careful. Get information from appropriate quarters before you put that information. Because I guess other investors now who cocoa bond or go with that high interest. Already Nagasa will interest now with debt revenue quality about 49 to 50% equity interest. And why are you doing that? CCI ministry never confirm. Who journalists are you not ashamed? Have you come back to tell the public say, oh, you knew all of them are rating community ministry and commercial sources maybe you go comfort. Just come back and come and tell the public say we're lying. We didn't look at the right information, and yet true. Nanka what canina need all that telling the back. But ye jaw and they go there and they say anything at all. And that is going on. Mamin Chow. Beyond this downgrading, Sameka said, President Anadu should be careful any MPP because such information the baby especially the economy near downgrading. Group B. I don't know where they come from. I'm saying from the Community Development Alliance. CAD. And all more issue statement. I'm saying coronavirus, BBB, money accountable or risk snapshot or whatever it is. On my society group, recognizing Ghana, me cried the desire the first time. Me Obi tini them watch a die say me person me form civil society na me the kokam so that me put information out there for public to read. Look, and this group, me brother na meet on first time. Then they come on. We are in the pandemic period where even government revenue price levels grow on to me now. expenses trying to cost. You're managing you, and no amount headed by
former
Her Lordship
Attorney General,
former Attorney General, Lordship. Is it?
Sofia Kufo, former Chief Justice.
We have not finished. It is a sikapa ya diama among accountable among accounting because still they manage vaccines here, Tony. Then all of a sudden, that group said, "Am I a research?" And based on that, and look at the heading they put out there: 12.4 billion coronavirus money procurement unaccounted for. Card. Why did you do that? And if you read, look, now I sat. Allow me to read certain things. A corruption risk assessment report on the government of Ghana disbursement and use of COVID-19 funds had discovered that a total of unaccounted amount of 12.4 billion have been spent so far on procurement of services in the fight against pandemic. So you see, I almost said 12.5 billion you are spending. Oh, the life granted that. The report said the government flouted the Procurement Authority PPA Act. Who gave you that information? Now we don't say Amokto and Yamano PPA a procedure. Why did you get the information? Because who stated the source? But why Becca said I fraud a government abusive procurement process by entering into contract with what? Frontier Health Services to conduct antigen testing at the Kotoka International Airport. And look at it. It also said some contracts were awarded purely based on relationship. Look at it. Which relationship? And let me go on. Baby, and Uber was a exposed woman report. The report titled Strengthening COVID-19 Accountability Mechanism, sponsored by the Community Development Allowance CDA in collaboration with the Commonwealth Foundation, revealed that some companies were reportedly rewarded contract, which according to the lead researcher Michael Ohimiefa does not necessarily amount to corruption. Look at it. Some companies were awarded contract, but not necessarily amount to corruption. But your title here, you said 12.4 billion coronavirus money procurement unaccounted for. And it's fraud. You have said it. Now you said for here, it does not necessarily amount to corruption, but risk of corruption. Look at you. You are just confused. And you see, and because they want to give a position, a bullet to fire president, and are starting, because there's so people you need 2024. So let us also form a civil society. My young room kululu information and but finding agencies, so baby, I'm quite discarding. They'll always be accountable to them because so one man may find report to baby and also by boy. By now have a problem. And COVID-19. Your committee of finance, head by Her Lordship, and who shall me winning. Now even find no price now. Who told you that 12 billion because at account now? Now what because and research into that 12.4 billion unaccounted for. Now then I won't say how much has been accounted for and how much has not been accounted for. And that's all the money. And what you look at this at the present of the funding, Mr. Fad disclosed that most of the contract entered into by the government in the fight against COVID-19 did not follow procurement processes of the country. IFA therefore call on Ghanaians, the media, and civil society organizations to demand what is that? What information show said, obey the 12, why are you calling society group, Ghanaians, and media? Because say, I'm demanding accountability. Why are you calling them? Take it to appropriate quarters. You were Yoko, you were Sraj, special prosecutor, attorney general. Some evidence now was accounted for. Procurement abuse, it means you have to take it to them. As for public, you need that information. So why are you calling us that? I said, yeah, making sure demand accountability.
Was this case and ammonia accounted for?
12.4 billion. What was?
So as
14.2 million.
Billion. As I speak to you now,
yeah.
Since the inception of a year COVID-19 National Trust Fund, they've received 57.15 million Ghana cedis.
Million.
That's that.
1 billion.
Yes.
And because all in the name of civil society group, and Ebaya West, Yabasraban said that civil society group, mean who how we regulate them and who give to get a regulator.
They say they under registrar general. They register through.
No, it's only their business registrar. But so, it's a bank say you register, but you have a regulator.
Some of them will tell you they are an NGO, they are registering a company. By the time you realize,
then you put up information and you did this shoddy work. Now we are but look at it. The report called on Auditor General Office, stakeholder investigative bodies to take interest in the issue and conduct independent. To me, conduct independent to guide the way forward. It means that we have not done independent examination. Auditor General and your audit special prosecutor then you are quick to tell the public say Abaya mismanaging 12.5 billion. So far, fund okay. Send okay. Look at the amount 57
million
and do 1 billion. Now you think you are destroying into the corruption perception index, and Ghana will be downgraded. Ghana is downgraded, then the higher when our interest on borrowing will go up. Or China, a better point to be because of one. Any parochial interest, what will stand out being identity? What downgraded Ghana? Your interest possible. A bank can 100% of our revenue near the interest.
All right. Yes, I have a command so bio, but my main car will say, I'll for no man Mosheme, Ghana for Mosheme, Ope, a year foundation, Papa, build their Malbano. On Mession one cardia, Papa, the eco school. Now, I'm one partia, a kind uncle, academic trouble, but the day be trouble with books, any academia, or see the end of school. Nataraj products, a bit is a Nataraj pens, pencils, pencil cases, crayons, math sets, GK exercise books, stacks plus premium A4 paper, champion plus A4 paper, 5-star A4 and A3 papers. Ninjano, if you are Judicial, number 60 Otu Block Street, on a Christ Embassy, opposite Christ Embassy Church. Koko pesa kadi only many the bima obano. A famous moton and Nataraj product by JK Company Limited. And only Ajatum CC as some products, no. Papa Fre 0540 125 999 05.
Meanwhile, now said 2.1 billion oil money unaccounted for. And I can afford to say, ignore explanation by you. You are too heavy. I didn't still maintain your own formation called Yuku. Now, some now is almost running. So you were saying this thing to say some for best, now we're in another free home. Now, when you're interested in opening the diabetes, what is
okay? Yemra, you're 10 minutes. It will be a last topic. So, on the issue of that port expansion contract, and some part of na Ghana Aboka contract ni trema be and a trema any.
Yeah. Me ready heading be. Now, money will say how Mahama halted your business. Now, say the Panama account. Now, what set how they ban? We have okay. What the other? If you are 240,000, and now said that overvalued can now they call 100,000. And you are overvalued asset. I know or the fraudulent means to overvalue asset, no, and or the buyer, no, nay, so ya dear or dear man, or the crime, and that's say no. As I saw G and 15%, that's also Canadian. No, my 15%, no, 85. Intentional overvalue asset because me, no, yes, I report a report no. Said the guy has intentionally overvalued his asset. Grounds do value now, but yet you are overstating the asset. And now they are another 15%.
Out of Ghana's 30%.
30%.
Why start the 15%?
Now, who just had deal with ya? Sir President Nanabuna science deal with her. And Kayabas came in my life. She Japan deal Sabio, ye or Gigi oil money. Now said you a mantum. Say Japan deal no cost one. Kazaro coupon bond here, $550 something million in Kian Koji. In Kian Kwasi, but and the oil money in Bessiawa, a man confirmed better equity shares in the deal near raising over $2 billion. And can you pass a cry over $2 billion? Cable raising and Kayanko Bobby. So, as we are the Ache Mafia. I'm a boy promo, not even to the essence. I don't go. Then president now one name a whole a tribe. So I'm mafias, mafias, and we accepted it because President Nadu Fiacham he delegated, and at the end of the day they destroyed that deal. I mean your money look demonic, and a Ghana for so Sabio, ya Casano. Once you say corruption, like I said. And one said, you the other explanation is subsidy. But look at it there. Say, more be tax rebate $832 million. I bet we be 11 banks man go for you. Yet, almost say president and another seem so interested on person because president on whom or pass or MPS and I am Vishamua. Yabaka chance or Guajuma and Obiajuma Babon. But Sat taxi at your money, 839 million, but maybe 11 bucks. And the company, everybody in that tax be some banks and to be here to money.
But I think that most of the Ghanaians are also calling and saying a cancer contract in Swankabeboa.
Yes, and I say you review for a better deal.
85% against 15%.
Now, me say,
how?
Say, now, I'm say, president or seem uninterested. President Yaden, banks a guha, to me at the J. Kofosi KD. Yomu and I mean, taxa, a good bank of Ghana. Was it, Wakacha Bank of Ghana, so one mismanaging bank, I didn't Kofosi KD, miss it, be one liquidity problem. And to move of what tax him, Mammy, and Fagos on a bank, Nasi. Now, Frio, now you to me, will be a one bank, 5 billion Ghana city. No, I check our mamma, yet Unibank. No, it. Well, we are not no parliament. Say, after looking at this, I buy after customers mean as a Chomcano. Or no, I could now say, Yangi Bank is Asuman.
Okay.
Now 5 billion now quite to a Bank of Ghana. I buy so customer who will chop about 4 billion, almost 10 billion. Take the money and go and give it to parliament. Whether they will not give you your bank back. All right.
So, Mame, your Sankide says we should show appreciation to MDs and CEOs who are working seriously for Mother Ghana. If the MD for ECG is working hard, why should we term him as incompetent? Mr. President, look sharp. George Johnson, no, Ekwapim Polo should go to jail. Otherwise, double salary could not be prosecuted. The job, Kojo, good morning. We should allow the law to take its course than always begging. It will serve as a lesson to others. Verona, Italy, and free. Ama Akon. I say, but why do you still borrow from IMF? Obusa, Safo Kantanka. So what is Nanadu doing about this explanation, Mr. Donko, you are giving us? Okay. Early bet, or say exactly, or no F1 Safo Denso, or say God will punish your man on the okay, Yate, say also do the Abba. Afi, Aquatia Walanyo with this one, or also the other Abba. I don't know. I'll say we keep on making new laws when we know very well that politicians are the law breakers and the cause of our problem. Or this communicate on Galamsey hold, let us fold our arms and see the way forward. I wish Minister in charge more grease to his elbow. Good morning to Chairman PC Achem Wenchi and about DJ Omale and Wayusu from Gosu. And this is using intermittent power outage outages as their campaign tool ahead of 2024, forgetting to admit that the real doomsday is what we experienced some years ago during JM's era and in some parts.
Franco Trading Enterprise. Phone papa fee and a half. Franco say what's your friend. Moi pre TVs a papa. TV a smart. TV a 4K. Essentially Android. Wakako Fabia Primo. So